like jelly beans.
I want to see what they taste like. I thought I got other ones too.
I don't like jelly beans.
You don't?
Mm.
Why not?
We're
You're
live.
live now. Let's talk about it.
Hi, people! This is jelly beans. They're okay. Good evening, Brian Palancar.
Let's see. Let's get us on to the YouTubes. How these taste?
Yeah, we're at my house now.
Hey, here we are. Yeah, it's a new spot.
Alright,
Hi.
turn that down.
Oh, good idea. Those do taste like Swedish fish. They're pretty good. I'm gonna say, I'm happy with that choice. Better than the Jolly Rancher ones.
They're like Swedish fish eggs. The eggs of Swedish fish.
Why does a GoPro always got to do fisheye?
Fish eye?
Fisheye.
Goldfish?
Yeah.
Swedish fish eye?
Guess you can't change it. Yeah, it's fine. We'll live with it.
Next week, Brandon's house. We did it.
Well, we got a big announcement. Brandon, befell a tragedy.
Brandon had a cookie with E. coli, and it turned Brandon's into pickles.
Yeah, Brandon's now a pickle.
That's Pickle Brandon.
He's a lot easier to deal with now than he was as a person, I think, don't you?
I actually don't see any difference.
Yeah, he was a vegetable before.
Brandon, are you going racing this weekend?
No, I'm not. Why aren't you going racing again, Brandon?
I just don't feel like it, but the baby ain't gonna change nothing.
I gotta change some diapers and pick up some toilet paper at the Walmart, so I can't go to the racetrack, guys.
I mean, sounds just like him.
It does.
He looks better than ever. No, this is Aaron's house still, just in a different area.
Yeah.
Why did you make the hole so freaking small,
That's the little nook that I had to cut it open.
Brandon?
I mean, we can always open her up.
Brandon. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, we got new shells.
Chad Bill. So where do I put it into my resume?
You're hired. If you can fit between us, you're hired.
Let the every begin. Brandon, you want a jelly bean?
Yeah, I'd like a jelly bean, Kyle. Yum,
See,
yum,
look.
yum.
Go on.
Look at that.
And he just poops them out.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Hey,
I gotta eat
hey,
Brandon's poop.
excuse me. Hey, I can't breathe.
This is the best show
You
yet.
dick. Ow! 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 I'm just a pickle.
That is one bruised cucumber. I'm telling you.
Oh God! Oh, you're giving me head. Don't twist my head. Ow!
Twist it around like the exorcist. You are possessed by Satan.
Put me on your sandwich.
We'd have to slice you up then, Brandon.
Eat me whole, daddy.
Smells like him too, I
Brandon
bet.
sounds like Mr. Haggy. The east wing of Aaron's
That
house.
is good, Brian. I like that one. Oh, yes, the East Wing. This is the garage. So we got the garage behind us. And if Groover's watching, there's my sprint car, Groover. He wants me to bring it out so we can race sprint cars.
What sprint car?
That one. The
Oh.
old one.
Oh, wait. We got to do our spick. So who are we?
I'm Aaron.
I'm Brandon. Yeah. And I'm Kyle.
And together we're
Return.
Bloodline RC.
Are we?
We are.
He's green.
He's green?
He's green.
Or green?
He's green.
That's for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, he does.
He's got the spirit of the Irish in him. I heard some Irish drivers did some winning this weekend.
What?
Some Irish drivers did some winning this weekend.
Ooh.
We'll get to that.
Oh, I'm pretty far out of the loop. I have not really did any RC related items since last Tuesday.
No. You missed out.
I don't think so.
I think so. It does smell vinegary. Just like Brandon.
You smell? Why do you smell Brandon?
He can't avoid it.
His pickle smells vinegary?
That's what I hear. Amanda didn't tell me that.
I bet she was salty too.
But I met a man did tell me that.
Koopa is definitely Irish. It's a Koopa.
Koopa?
Koopa.
King Koopa?
Koopa. He's the King Koopa.
That's Mario's nemesis, isn't it?
Larry.
Oh, we got Broby back there too. He's green.
What?
Right behind you. He's green.
What happened to this guy, man?
You never saw that? You never saw Yo Gabba Gabba? I mean, you were probably a kid when that was out.
If you like to talk to tomatoes.
Sean, good. Sean, you gotta explain your pepper gun to us then.
Alright, so we should probably get the RC car related stuff.
Should we?
Brandon, do the results.
Okay, I can't do results because I don't have any hands to look things up. Did you know I don't have hands? Cal, that was inappropriate.
Do we got a new guest? He's not gonna hold it, man. He doesn't have hands for that. But you can't catch him.
No.
Well, that's Chad.
What's that, Chad?
He wanted to be on the show.
I
Now
feel
it's
like
Chad.
that makes a better Brandon. That guy was too tall to be Brandon.
He does have the red spiky hair.
It does. I mean,
Yeah. And bald on
Brandon,
most of it.
Brandon usually does this a lot, so.
Yeah, he does.
All right.
I mean, yeah, that's usually when he runs into the wall or into somebody.
That guy was an imposter. This is more Brandon.
Okay.
The better Brandon.
I think the other one was a little more ridiculous, so that was more appropriate to Brandon.
Brandon wishes he was that tall.
Brandon does wish he had that kind of length and girth.
Look,
So does Amanda.
this
You threw a Christian vegetable across the room. That's all right. They deserved it.
look, this is usually Brandon. He usually gets bent over while he's racing, so.
If you ever had to watch VeggieTales, you'd want to throw them across the room too. Oh my God, that is so annoying. You ever watch that?
No.
No, you don't want to. It's terrible.
Yeah, there's Brandon's position.
No, Brandon never got in that position. That's Brandon's position. You just have to lean it forward, not back.
We should get the results. I'll do results.
Yeah, you should. You have no experience with it because you haven't been anywhere to see results.
I was at results for Tuesday.
Listen, I can't say anything either. I only raced once this week. So,
So did I.
yeah,
So
different nights.
Sure. All right, Tuesday at Pheasantland, final results. 12T Sportsman, Jack Sean. The birthday boy of the day, Jason Durr. And Jim
Are you
Fagan.
sure this isn't the next day? We'll get to that. Big news on Friday.
BLT, Chad Kohler.
That's not big news.
Dave Dries.
That's
and
not big news
Pete
either.
Ludwig.
That was big news.
He was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Intermediate, Aubrey Romick, Jocelyn Darenzig, and Dan Lawfery. Mini Mud Boss, Ray Horning, in my car. Mac Patrick was second, and then I got third in my dad's car.
He likes your car.
Yeah, I hear. Super
You ain't getting
Street
that back.
Stock, Jack Jean,
Yeah.
Lily Barrett, and Brian Stout.
Wait, Lily even beat Brian. Brian had a bad start in that race.
Brian decided to do a ditchless start, and then he got wrecked, and he ended up,
Yep. Brian won't be doing that again.
yeah, he probably will.
Okay.
And then Friday night at Pheasantland, 12T Sportsman, Aiden Weller, Jason Durr, and Brian Baylor.
Durr almost won that.
Did
He was leading with 5 laps to go.
he? Yeah.
And he looked smooth the whole night. Looked good.
Like that's
But what? Yes. But once he got past Aiden, he got the shakes. Got nervous all over the place and lost it. Finished second. We were rooting for him.
Skunk Balls is here. Even in Goobas.
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 Goobas?
Rinda.
Goobas. Goobas.
BL2 Rashong. That's you.
That was me.
In that car.
I started in the front, then I went to the back, then I went back to the front.
Joe Ilg was second. And Corey Milligan.
Mulligan?
Milligan.
Mulligan.
Mulligan. Was third. Intermediate, Aubrey Romick, Josh Hess, and David Bolton.
That was quite the wreck fest. She did a Ditzler start on that too. She started way in the back. But she jumps to start so much. I mean, she was probably, I think she was at the front, crossing the line just when the bell went off.
What's your bell off? Beep! I'm already there. Mini Mud Boss, Ray Horning, Alex Moore, and John Bear.
John Beer had a good night.
Rookie Mud Boss, Landon Bast, Andrew Bast, Bella McMullen, and Super Duper Street Stock, Alex Moore,
That's 2 in a row.
Brando Goller.
Yep.
Brandon, you got second. Yeah, I'm no match for that Alex Moore kid. He had me a lap down because he's more superior than all me.
Was he a lap down?
He was.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
You know why? You know why you were second and a lap down, Brandon?
why is that?
Because you never race, so you don't know how to do it anymore.
I race Super Street Stock every week.
Alex races more than once a week.
Well,
Alex has been all over the place lately.
well,
He was at the factory. He was at RJ's too this weekend.
I know that, but you know,
I mean, he's getting a lot of experience out there, a lot of lap time. He knows how to get past you multiple times, Brandon.
well, he did that before. Before Alex Moore travel. I mean, he's better than I am because I am a pickle. Anything else?
You were a pickle. Now you're something completely different.
Well, I still kind of look like a pickle.
You got a unibrow, though.
Now
Yeah,
Brennan sounds like Ricky Bobby.
Can't give him that much credit.
He's Ricky Bobby in the hospital.
Okay.
Jordan Swetcher was third. And that was your Pheasantland RC Speedway results.
Yes, they were some results. Now we got results from another track.
The JMRs.
The RJs. You gonna do the RJs?
Yeah.
All right, I can sit back and relax then.
What else are you doing, Window?
We'll look at the internet, see what's going on there. Hey, Tony Moser likes our post. Maybe Tony Moser's gonna watch.
He wasn't first, so he was last. All right. RJ Speedrome. Was it the 16th?
Yeah.
You mean it was Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 day? No wonder it was a wreck fest.
How do you know you wasn't there?
I was hard cold.
Oh,
1/10 late model, Brett Ollinger. Bobby Butler was second,
Booby Butler.
and Kane Metzger was third.
You should call him Booby. He's always taking off his shirt.
13.5 Mud Boss, Mike O'Brien. Les Hartzell and Bobby Butler.
Booby.
17.5 Sprint, Aaron Cheeseburger Miller.
No way.
Yep,
He won.
he did.
Nice job.
Casey Hess, on his first time at RJ's, got second.
There you go.
And Lewis,
See, those loose dirt drivers can drive high bite.
yeah, but you know what else?
What?
High bike drivers can run loose dirt.
Yeah.
Some of them. So some of the loose dirt guys can run high bikes, some can't. Just scared.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we know some of those guys.
Louis Pavlovec was third. 17.5 sprint car. Kurt Nicholas?
17.5 sprint car.
That's what it says.
I'm not touching that.
That's-
You verify.
I don't know. It says Kurt Nicholas, Phil Cooper, and Lance Kramer.
Did Preston put him in his car?
I don't know. Casey is a high bite guy.
Okay. We see him up at the factory all the time. I'm going to verify while you go through that.
360 sprint, Joey Narr, Dave Marr, and Christian Batdorf. BL2 Mud Boss, Mike O'Brien, Kurt Nicholas, and Dylan McNichol. Crate Late Model, Kurt Nicholas, Tyler Brown, Chris Andrade. Intermediate, Chris Andrade, Brian Beaver, and Alex Moore. Midget, Bobby Butler won the midget.
Booby Butler.
Doug Canal second, and John Pauly in third. Mini Mud Boss, John Pauly, Dale Hartzell, and Sean Scooby Good was third. His first time up there at RJ's, I believe.
I'm still verifying here.
And then Stock Mud Boss, Dylan McNichol.
Yes, he finally got that win. He finally made the money. I knew he'd do it.
Casey Hess is for sure a high bite guy, so you were wrong. Way to go.
We usually always see him up there at the factory, though.
Chris
This is our first
Bertotti
time
was
seeing him up there.
second, and the Iron Man, Kurt Nicholas in
Kurt
third.
Nicholas, he showed up as in the entries for 17.5, but when I look at 17.5 Sprint Car A main, he's not there. Phil Cooper took the win over Lance Kramer and Paulie Kramer.
Oh, well, I don't know. Their results was wrong.
Yes. Something got screwed up in the
Don't blame
translation.
me, blame the internet.
Okay.
So-
I blame the internet for a lot. Well, we got to go over Park Lane. They ran Sunday. And I do believe 323, that's this Saturday. They're doing a racer appreciation race. Free entry. So,
mention Bloodline RC and get a free entry possibly.
yes, mention Bloodline RC, free entry.
And free parking.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
What you won't get is free food. No, Enzo usually gets some food there. So there might be some free food. So mention Bloodline RC. Maybe you'll get some.
You're welcome.
Yeah. 21.5 Touring. Larry L, Enzo G, Eric Duber. Front Wheel Drive. Scooby Horton, Fred Perkins, Deshaun Dash. Stock 12 scale. Larry L, Jeff Cuffs, Luther G. TTO2.
Why are you scared of the number 12?
It scares the crap out of me.
I can see 7.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Ah!
Yeah, I mean, you know. TTO2, Tyler Quinn, Bob S, AJ Zeltner, USGT, Scooby Horton, Gavin T, and the Stig.
The computer messed up
BTA.
during 17.5 main. Brian Beaver confirms.
Deshaun Dash, Tom Trez, Claude N. Let me just verify these. I'm looking at, final results.
It will get you.
What?
It will get you no bumps, says Billy and I.
No bumps. Oh, yeah.
Inside.
No. There you go.
So
That's it. That's the week.
that's the show. Goodbye.
Yep. So we don't have much to say.
No.
I mean, Brandon definitely has nothing to say. He's presenting. Jelly bean?
I don't think that's PG.
If anybody like a jelly bean, let us know. Send us a self-addressed stamp envelope, and we will mail you one out.
I don't think that's PG.
Better? Better. And he can see himself.
That's screwed up.
Put those in front of you for a while.
No, I don't want them.
Yeah,
I don't like jelly beans.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You like Swedish fish.
Yeah.
So,
Your feet stink.
well, that was your problem last week. How was mine? How was mine this week? At least the cabbage hasn't hit yet.
Yeah, I'll leave.
Corned beef and cabbage tonight.
I'll just leave.
So.
They gotta be like Brandon, pack my lip.
What?
Gotta pack my lip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, PG show.
I don't have a bucket for you. A spittoon. That is not a bucket.
I won't work. There it is. What would you call that?
It's got holes. It's got holes in the bucket.
You wouldn't call that a bucket?
No, I would call this a cage.
Nah, a cage has a hole in it, man.
It's like a mini wastebasket.
Okay, I got a question for you.
It's like a wastebasket for Barbie.
I got a question for you. When you're playing the basketball and you shoot it into the thing, what are you throwing it in?
Throwing it into a hoop.
What else could you call that?
You call it a net?
What else could you call that?
I wouldn't call it a bucket.
You could call it a bucket. And guess
Call
what
it a
that?
basket.
And guess what that has? It has holes, so that could be a bucket.
I hate your stupid redneck logic sometimes.
But guess what? It's right, ain't it?
It's not a bucket.
It's a bucket. Yo, could this be considered a bucket?
It's actually a pen holder.
Is there any pens in it?
There were, then you dumped them out.
So there ain't no pens in it. It ain't a pen holder. Why ain't it gonna be a pen holder?
What is it now?
Inappropriate. That's what it is right now. Oh Christ, you're gonna smell horrible tomorrow night. He always smells horrible.
Yeah, I'll be saving it up for you, Billy.
It's weird that you can see this on camera. I'm kind of scared.
What, that?
Yeah, your pen holder.
Oh. Means nothing.
So
what should we talk about tonight?
Well,
what do we normally talk about?
nothing.
Yeah, I know. We could talk a lot about nothing.
So we see there's a lot of improvements right now going on outdoor tracks.
A lot of outdoor making improvements. Telephone.
I'm complicated stuff in water. You ain't putting water in this till right there. What are you drinking out of stout?
But you can hold water in a bucket. I'm not holding water in that.
None of the bucket has holes in it.
The idea is you don't put a hole in the bucket.
Well, what's a sprinkler can then?
It's a sprinkler can.
It's like a bucket.
No, it's a sprinkler
A hoagie
can.
is a salad.
No. A hoagie is a grinder, right, Skunk Boss? If I say that, he'll back me up on that one.
But yeah, Ultimate did some new steps.
See, pen holder. It's a pen holder. Pen cup.
We're not playing pen cup.
Anyway. So yeah, there's a lot of improvements going on in tracks. I saw also Mount Joy, they're doing a lot of work up there on the off-road course, which you don't care about.
What's off-road?
That's where you take that car there and you jump it.
What car?
One right behind your head.
Just mud balls?
No, behind your head. It's above your head. It's above and behind your head.
This orange car? There's an orange car behind my head.
Diet cup bucket for pen drinks. 2 girls, 1 cup. You got two idiots and 2 cups.
And Swedish Fish. And Brandon.
Don't jack me with your freaking bottle opener.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Cheers. So Kyle, why don't you talk about your weekend?
Okay. I went to the greatest racetrack on planet Earth on Pennsylvania.
What was it, Grandview?
No. It's called Port Royal Speedway, the Speed Palace. I think Billy and I will also agree that Port Royal is one badass place.
Okay.
We went out to see some Northeast, some big block modifieds and some sportsmen.
Who won?
Matt Shepard won the modifieds. Pretty okay race. But local boy
Jax John?
was there, but he got wrecked. No, local boy that lives about a minute up the road, Logan Watt,
Oh,
took the win.
why don't we bring him in?
I could.
Call him up.
I don't have his number.
Well, help his house quick. Literally run. I want to see you run up there.
He's probably in the shop. But yeah, he with 9 laps into the race, Jax got wrecked on the backstretch, got turned and kind of screwed the car up a little bit. And Logan was in it, got a flat right front tire, I believe. Came in with 41 laps to go. He's like, I don't got a winning car, Dad. I need adjustments. Freaking. His dad says wholesale changes. Gave him 2, a right rear, I think a right rear, new right front. Came all the way from the back with 5 to go and won the race.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty impressive.
Needs a better service, but the place is hands down the best facility. It is. I've only seen one race there that was bad. One. That was it.
Was Billy in it?
I don't know.
No.
I think I've only seen Billy race like 4 times.
Okay. I don't see him race anymore. He sold all his cars.
He's coming back to Ultimate.
Yeah, we'll see.
Quit Brennan. Tell Brennan quit curricking off. Palancar says kid is good. He is. That Sportsman wreck was nasty. Yeah, it was pretty bad. That's the one Jax was in. It was kind of nice though. Jax took his 4-wheeler up there this weekend, and he just left it on my campsite. So I had a 4-wheeler all weekend.
You were a drunk 4-wheeler?
I didn't get drunk. I don't know how I was drunk. But...
I think you just get so drunk, you don't realize you're drunk.
Nah.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, Friday night, I was driving Jackson's 4-wheeler out looking for a party, and everybody was sleeping.
Oh.
Who goes to bed at 12 o'clock?
People?
Nah, not at a racetrack.
It was a nice night out, too. Wasn't it?
Thursday was a nice night. Friday was cold.
Okay. Well, that's probably why.
So,
They were probably doing some snuggling.
maybe.
Yeah.
But, so Thursday night, I had Jackson's 4-wheeler, and I'm riding around. So I started riding around the pits.
Yeah.
And I pulled up to the racetrack. And there's nobody really around. And my head goes, I'm going to go do a lap on this 4-wheeler.
Did you?
So, I was right about to go out. I looked to my left. The freaking water truck's on the track.
Oh.
Coming around. I'm like, God dang it, I can't go out.
Why don't you bring your RC car, take it out there?
No.
Why not?
It's way too big.
That's fine. Try it.
It would have died about halfway through.
Try it.
Right now?
When next time you go up.
That's in October.
Try it in October.
I think I got to the RC. That's a lot of hauling for an RC car. All the way up there for no reason.
All you do is bring a car, a controller, and a battery.
That's a
I
lot.
mean, if you hit something on that track and wreck it, you're not doing something right. So, what about these 360 sprints, the 13.5s?
What about them?
I hear some guys complaining about them.
Do you?
I have. Have you not?
No.
Okay. I heard some complaints. Billy, what do you think about those 13.5 sprints? If someone can complain.
They used to have RC races in the infield of port. That's sweet.
Billy, so what do you think about those 13.5 sprints?
So what complaints do you hear about this?
I heard from one driver today saying it's stupid.
I have not.
You know, it's displacing all the 17.5s. So, you know, now they got to get a whole new motor combo, this, that, and the other thing. So, I don't know. I thought maybe there was some controversy there. We don't know. We're stupid about sprint cars.
Brian Stiles says, I hope not.
Hope not what?
Mm-hmm.
What do you hope not?
He's got a hope not.
Oh, he's building a sprint car.
Oh.
I mean, we like the ones we drove.
True.
Yeah. If we had to pay for them, would you still like it?
I like it, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you know, it seems like, cars were all pretty even.
Anthony Postman kept trying to convince me all weekend to build one.
Who?
Anthony Postman.
Oh, well, maybe. I told you, like, the end of the season, maybe we should think about it.
Third oval. 17.5 is stupid, 13.5 is much better. It's not a bad thing. It's an option that seems like every track can agree on.
Over the 17.5 and the mod sprint. Okay. Now, what about the tire rules?
Here's my biggest thing about these tire rules.
Yeah.
Why does everybody assume that the quasi speeds are going to work on every track surface?
And that's the only one they're going with, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we know, based on just Mud Boss experience, not
every tire is
works.
created equal.
Right. I mean, just even with, the S1s and the Kumo, the stock Kumos, some just aren't going to work.
No. Like S1s and RJs don't work.
But if everybody had to use them, we'd all be slower.
Okay, but here's my thing.
We'd probably be traction rolling a lot more.
Flying Fortness RC. I'm new to sprints. So are we.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Okay, what if hypothetically
17.5 is stupid. 13.5 is much better. Our 360 sprints can run a 17.5 with timing or a 13.5 in Blinky. Now the 13.5s they're running are the just stock hobby wings.
Yeah.
It's not just a regular 13.5 big block motor. So they're stuck with that 13.5 hobby wing combo, which is kind of gutless.
Flying Fortness building a new Outlaw 5. Guys can't think of passes their noses, that's why. They can't set cars up. They tune by tires. Sad. So, here's my thinking on all this. What if we go to a track like RJ's, where it's a very high bite track?
Guys are going to be shaving them tires down to nothing.
What if you put a brake in and you're bald in a heat race?
Yeah.
Has anyone tested these things on a high bite track? So we're going to make this new class go, oh, quasi speed only.
Well, what if they're really crappy on a loose dirt track?
Yeah.
Or a semi-loose dirt track?
So I think they've been proven already because of the factor being a loose dirt. That's proven. But who knows what they're going to do on high bite. And we're going to make this rule, all high bite tracks can all run quality speeds. So you need 3 sets of tires for that day.
Yeah.
Are you going to spend money on 3 sets of tires for one day racing?
More expensive than having an open tire, ain't it? Yeah. Now, I mean, we talked to Aaron Miller. He told us about his tires and his love of tires and how he would save he'd save the cat first, then the tires, then the wife.
John Bass says the Quasi just ran on high bite.
Okay.
Dustin tested them on high bite track. So apparently they held up.
Okay.
But was that high bite outside on a dry dirt track and all this, or was it high bite that's forced indoor? Because high bite RJ's indoor and high bite
RJ's outdoor.
Completely different.
RJ's outdoor will eat a set of stock Kumos in no time.
Yeah.
And we know how hard they are. They're jawbreakers basically.
Mm-hmm.
I run J Concept slick silver compound for a high bite clay oval. Almost tracks are looking to quasis, but I see other tracks be open, not shut. Why do we need to have a spec tire?
Well,
why is it a big deal not to open up the tires? Let people pick, say, hey, this tire works best for me.
I think it'd be cost effective in the long run to have one tire.
Okay.
Because then you don't need to have.
That's what I would think.
You don't need to have 50 different sets.
I would agree. But then again, I mean, we're Mud Boss guys, and how many sets of tires you got?
Yes.
Yes, we got lots of tires. And we have tires that are specialized for, okay, this one we'll use here because this one's super soft. This one's hard and basically new. This will work good for here.
High bite indoor. Outside RJs, are they open tire this year or quasi?
Don't know yet.
No idea.
They haven't announced their rules. Right now, they're running 17.5 sprints. Are they going to change that over to 13.5?
Spec tires is a false sense of making things cheaper, says Billy. 360, a spec class, yeah. Why is a gravy open tire? Well, it's one tire, but way different compounds. So, it's not open tire in a sense, but it is open tire where you can change compounds.
We got that too with some of our tires. Like, you can run Banditas or Hoosiers, but you got different compounds.
So here's my thinking speaking of Mud Boss. Would it have been simpler if they would have just said stock Traxxas Kumo only?
Yeah, but
no S1, no nothing.
But then you know how it is with spec tire. But then again, you're going to do it with the other tires too. If it's open tire, you're going to figure out what's the best way to run those tires. Do I need to take a brand new set of tires, shave them down, break them in, to the point where after one run they're going to be junk, but that car will be fast? We're always going to do that.
It's cheaper. Been proven many, many times. Anyone who thinks open is cheaper is a fool.
The one thing is, like with a tire roll, you know what you're getting every time you get a set of tires. So you know how you're going to have to prep those tires.
So,
I mean, that does make it easier rather than having, well, you know what? Like the buggy there. Open tire. So you can run pretty much any tire.
So,
but everybody's always going to gravitate towards the same tires that the fast guys are running.
My thing is, it's going to be cheaper, but not as cheap as people think. Because you're going to need a shaved quasi,
Yeah.
a full tread quasi, a half tread quasi, a super soft quasi, a super hard quasi, a medium soft quasi. So right there is 6 sets. Now you're going to want a super soft shaved down, super soft full set.
Yeah.
You know, okay, now you're looking at 8 tires right there where, okay, I could have put my J Concepts and I know that would have worked.
Without really doing anything. It's true, but then another guy says, well, I got J Concepts that works, but I'm gonna shave these down and soften them up and they work even better.
Yeah.
You're always gonna have that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's good arguments on both sides.
I don't like tracks going to it like that. Why is there not a year grace period? It's the same way with BL2.
But here's the thing, though. The rules change every year.
Mm-hmm.
So
why can't?
By the time we get to next year, I bet the rules are going to change again.
Oh, they're going to. Why can't?
That's that's the biggest thing. Like everybody, we've been in this for a few years now, and we always see every year there's a new hot class.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, now the sprint cars have changed. They put this 360 13.5 sprint in there, and that's going to be pretty popular, right? Sure seems like it.
John Bath. So it's the same story with open tire. Actually worse. As many guys have multiple manufacturers, they can carry different variations.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you. It's just like no matter what, you're still spending the money.
Yeah.
I mean, with the tire roll, you're only spending money on one set. One manufacturer. I mean, either way, it still works out that you're still losing either way.
Oh yeah.
You're just spending money no matter what. So I mean, it's whether or not. Yeah. The one good thing, if all these tracks are going to the same tire, that eliminates a lot of possibilities, doesn't it?
It does. But my biggest thing is, okay, tracks are going to it right away. With the Banditos, when they went extinct, we had a full year. We knew last winter that Banditos are going away. We knew it.
But we still see guys running Banditos, and I get 1,000 times at the racetrack. Well, you'd fix all those problems if you just had a set of Banditos. Well, I don't.
But
well, you should get some. Where? I'm not going to pay double the price for a set of used tires. Or a new unopened set. It's like, yeah, all right, well, they were $30 brand new. Now they're $60. I'm not paying that.
But what I'm saying is,
we're going to have to make the hot laps work,
if
aren't we?
these guys are going to make this tire a spec tire only, what about all these guys that have all these spot tires? They're just screwed?
No, eventually they'll come around and rules will change again. Because that's what rules do. They change.
I just think it should have been a year. Before we go fully into this, you have to run this. Let guys burn these tires off, what they want to do, and then go to it. Let the guys that want to run these new quasi-speed tires, let them run them, because they're going to get a jump on the game. Look at us with the BO2. What do we get BO2 right away? Well, it's going to it anyway. Why did jump on it?
Yeah. Well, I jumped on it because it was the most interesting class, because it was very competitive, and a lot of people are already in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, all right, well, 12T's still there, and you got a few BLTs. No, it went from, well, 12T's dead, but as soon as they bring the BL2 class at Pheasantland, it just jumped right up.
Mm-hmm.
We went from 4-car sportsman heats and mains to 15 cars in a BL2 race. And, you see at RJ's right now, it's just teetering between 1 week 12 turn has a little bit more, next week BLT does. But no matter what, they've been both even. But I think once the points are over and they come back next year, once they go outside, BL2 is going to take over, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
USAC National Series did that. They screwed the little guys that saved up the medium right rear tires, but last year they said, nope, can't use them. Have to use the new mediums.
I agree with Billy. No matter what, racers are their own worst enemy. Always trying to go faster no matter what. It's not spec tire racing, I agree. They could have a burn-off period. Maybe, but I think it's no matter what, the rules are going to change. If you said, well, this year we're going to do the burn-off, and then next year it's going to be this, by the time we get to next year, something new is going to come along.
Yeah.
And, people might say, you know what, screw 13.5 Sprint. I'm going to go run 410 mod. Mm-hmm. And you still have the option if you want open tire there, don't you?
I would assume, yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like they're useless, those tires. You can still go out there and run 410. But, and here's the problem. Around here, where's the consistent track for 410s?
Factory.
For outdoors this year? WNRC. That's a whole long haul for a lot of people.
That's not close.
No. And Howard said, if they get enough, they'll run it. But they got to show up. But, and someone was telling me they're right. It's like those guys are more traveling. They like to travel around to different tracks.
Yeah.
So
that's one thing about sprint cars in the winter. You don't really see guys run one place. They all just go everywhere.
I mean, in the summer.
Summer, yeah.
Yeah, summer. Yeah, I mean, so they'll be jumping all over the place again. So I don't know.
I don't know either. No, it's really nice.
What?
We don't got to worry about it.
No, we don't. That is really nice.
We're
outsiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just get handed a car with quasi-speed tires on and go run this.
Yeah. Can run slicks everywhere if all the tracks were prepped like off-road tracks. Alex Moyer, the big winner lately.
He's been on, yeah.
He made some money too at RJ's.
I see.
Yeah, nice job, Alex. He misses Savage. Pheasantland 410 Big Track Weekly. Well, let's get the Big Track open, John, and then maybe we'll talk about it. I mean, I know we got Preston local. Do you think Preston will come out on a Friday night?
Big Track's
or Sunday?
Big Track's on Sundays.
On Sundays to run the Big Track.
And Friday. It'll be Fridays then too, yeah.
I thought it's Friday too.
Yeah,
Do you think he'll come out and he'll get that going?
I don't know.
Maybe.
That's the thing. They got to show up.
Yep.
All these sprint car guys want all this stuff, and they're like, well, I'm not going to be here this week. Oh, we have nobody showed up this week. Oh, they all plan to come together one night, but they're not going to run regularly.
Right. I know Billy was asking me about Midget if they're going to have it there. I'm like, yeah, if you guys show up, they'll have it. I mean, but it's up to the drivers to get out there to do it. If they say, like, I really like that track, get you and 4 other buddies to come out and then watch the class grow, because that's what makes more people race.
Yeah.
When they see, there's people out there, I'm going to start bringing a car out.
Yep.
When they see, there's only 3 cars out there, they aren't interested.
That's the problem with Mod Sprint or High Bite or Loose Dirt. Everyone says about running, but never brings their cars.
Yeah. Leicester's is 410 this year from John. Maybe. But for Leicester's, for a lot of us, I mean, that's a haul for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going up there on a weekly basis.
For right now, I think our area right now has like the widespread of tracks. We have Pheasantland, Ultimate, and RJ's in an hour's period.
Right.
And then
but then we also got, we got places like the factory.
First Capital.
First Capital. You got off-road track up there in Mountjoy and at Trains Lanes and at Park Lane, and then you got on-road there. I mean, you got a lot of stuff in this area.
The oval guys in this area, sprint cars ain't big.
No. I mean, outdoor Ultimate had the pretty much, besides, even RJ's was bad last year.
Yeah.
But for this year, Ultimate had the biggest 17.5 class, didn't it? And Savage has just died off, so, if those guys want to run Savage, he's set the rules back to where it's just Savage Sprint.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to run them, they got to bring them up to Ultimate. And the same with Pheasantland. If they want to run them at Pheasantland, bring them out there. If you want to run them at RJ's, bring them up there. You got to show up.
Small car counts equal racetrack rich in the area presently. That's true.
Yeah.
The more tracks, the less people are going to go to all of them.
Well, we've been getting good car counts though lately.
Where?
RJ's been doing good.
Yeah.
Factory's been doing good.
But what's really close to the factory?
What's close to the factory? Nothing. But really, for indoor dirt, what's close to RJ's for here?
That's going to be the only thing.
Doesn't have indoor dirt.
No.
And not a lot of people are going to run the wood floor.
Nope. But I'm talking about outdoor. Fezland Ultimate are two. They're close. RJ's is pretty close.
Yeah.
And guys don't travel much.
No, we're the exception.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Now, sprint car guys travel.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. They travel, so you never know if they're gonna have enough for that class that day.
Yeah. So, and it's hard for local guys, who come out to race Veslin every week to say, I'm going to buy a GFRP or Custom Works to go run.
I'm going to go spend $800 on a car that I might not be able to run this week.
Yeah. So.
That's why I like the Mud Bosses and all that stuff. You know you're going to run.
I mean, I was thinking about it this morning, and it's just like, there's always a class of the year. But you could always count on the 12-turn, now BL2, to always have a following.
Yep.
That's the one class. It's like, if you bring that car, you're going to be safe and be able to run something.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we brought a car and like, well, maybe they'll get enough cars to run, and then you just don't get to run it? Like Crate Late. There was Crate Lates at RJ's this weekend.
That's because everyone decided to bring them.
But that's a rare occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because everyone posted who wants to run Crate Late model.
Yeah. And, SR10s, that's died off. They weren't even any Friday night.
There hasn't been. There's no tracks around SR10s anymore.
Nope. And
that was a huge class.
Was a huge class. Died off in a year.
Yeah.
Savage Sprint, same thing. It was huge for a couple years. Now it's gone. Mini Mud Boss, where's that going to be? Like, last year was new?
Mini Mud Boss, as Lord says, Mini Mud Boss has been our class of the year. That's even slowly falling off.
Yeah.
It was big Saturday, though.
Yeah, it was. It had a B main.
main.
Yeah, which we haven't never seen that, I don't think, have we?
Well, I don't think so.
I can't think of a time, even in Ultimate. So
yeah, Ultimate had one.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, one. So that's it's building up, but is this the year where it gets big, or is this the year where it's just like, okay,
that's where it's at. That's a problem. It's right here. Yeah. It's either gonna stay big, big, or it's gonna fall off. Look at EDM. EDM's die, come back every couple of years.
Yeah. Same with Big Block too.
Yeah, Big Block always dies.
Just teeter totters. So.
Crate Late model Dodge goes back.
Yeah.
1/10 late model. Teeters.
Yeah. Sprint cars are always usually consistent. There's some kind of sprint car.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe the problem is there's too much. Since sprint cars are just so much more expensive to run than getting into a Mud Boss.
Mm-hmm.
There's a diversity of sprint cars, of different sprint car classes. 410, the 17.5s, or the boosteds, the foam tires, the Savages.
All right.
Now the midgets.
So Dirt Oval RC. This goes back to what you guys said months ago. Too many classes, and guys all want to be on the podium. Mud Boss should be 2 classes max. They did the assess. So Dirt Oval RC, this is what I'm going to say to you. There are more sprint car classes right now than Mud Boss classes.
Yeah, that's what we're just saying right now. But then
410,
again,
360, 17.5, mod.
Yeah.
Right. Midget.
There's foam tire.
Savage.
Yes.
Foam tire sprint.
Wingless. Some places will run wingless.
Yeah. So, then you have the Bandit midget.
That's true.
So there's a lot more sprint car. Everyone wants to keep bringing more sprint cars, and everybody wants to just shit on these traction-based cars. But these production cars, there's a lot more of them now.
But here's the thing, though. Like, maybe the Mini Mud Boss, that should be like the novice class. For Mud Boss.
I think the Mini Mud Boss class is funner because it's a stock class.
Yeah, it's
you can't get nothing new.
It's a great class for a novice. And we've seen a lot of novice people going that way.
See, I don't think it is.
No?
It's too hard to drive.
Because you got guys like you that can drive it. And John Pauly. And Sean.
But like the newer guys, this car pushes. How do I do it?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's going to.
They struggle.
Yeah.
They really struggle. And it's just you got to manhandle that car, but at the same time, you got to back off way earlier than you expect.
Yeah.
You don't drive it deep.
I think the Traxxas truck is the good class because you can adjust to that, and they learn how to adjust on cars.
Right, and they handle really good. I mean, if you sit there and look at the times of a 12T versus anything else, it's really not that far off for the piece of crap that we built it on, is it?
No.
No.
The $200 car versus the $700 car.
Yeah. In Northeast Indiana, Northwest Ohio, we have a box stock class called IROC, box stock /12T with McAllister Odd Designs body on it. We're running 5 heats so far because class is exploding. That's pretty
We've
good.
been talking about that forever. Like, they need a stock class. Stock gun, stock truck, stock everything.
Like they do down south. Just, it's a mud boss, no limiters, fixed tire, stock hard Kumos, stock controller, nothing else. Just drive it.
I think that would be a good beginner class.
Yeah. But the problem is, like, guys like me and you are interested in that. So we'd want to jump in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Groover's gone down and jumped in it. Mark's jumped in it, and they both had good luck with it. Because it's just bare car.
So, Dirt Oval says 2 sprint classes, 410 and 360. 17.5 is technically 410, just with a silly motor limit. So it's still a different class.
Yeah.
Okay.
17.5 guys are not going to run with guys running with 8 turn and 10 turns.
No. Then what do you call the Savage Sprint? What do you call the midget? It's a midget sprint car.
Yeah. And the midgets can't run with a sprint car.
No.
No.
And then you had wingless sprint that had different tires on it altogether.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
There's different stuff.
And they had the foam tires this weekend at RJ's. They keep everybody wants to run the foam tires, but you don't really ever get that many until there's a money raise. So
stock
that made a whole different
classes are a
class.
novel idea, but then guys flock to that class to fill their little egos. I don't think it's an ego thing. I think it's
the competition and the fact that there's actually a field.
You know what I'm going to say to you? If you would put a stock control into half the guys that run these RC cars, they couldn't figure it out.
Remember we gave ours to one of the guys we really respect. He's like, how can you drive that? Because we didn't have the dual rate turned down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we just left it at 100.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you mean?
drive
100%. If you guys took their fancy controller out of their hands, they couldn't drive their cars.
Oh.
Because
he's throwing the gauntlet down.
Savage Sprint is a Traxxas base. I agree, but it's still a sprint car class.
Yeah. It is a sprint car. And they're fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, guys like Groover, he gets his running good.
Groover's running at the same time as the 17.5 sprint car guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because it's Traxxas base doesn't mean it's a bad car.
John Poley, I mean, he's running his in 17.5. That's a Savage sprint based car.
Mm-hmm.
Very modified, but it's still Savage sprint based.
Yeah. But yeah, I would like to see some of these guys go back to a stock controller and see how hard it really is.
That would be a great IROC class.
It would be great.
Yeah, if we can get like 6 of those.
What?
Get like 6 champions.
What do you
from
mean
around
I can't turn my dual rate down?
You got to drive it as it lies.
Yeah.
So what are you putting in there? You get 1 clip of the right rear, 30 weight oil all the way around, no limiters, stock tires. They're brand new, right off the shelf.
You get the limiters that come with it.
When you get done, put it up there in tech and don't touch it. Aaron Miller would have a ship fit because it'd have a stock Traxxas plug.
Savage was dumb. They only run around here. Well, right there your statement's wrong because they've been shipped out west. But okay. Never should have became a class. Midget isn't sprint. Why is it not? You can make a mod sprint and run it anywhere. Yeah, you can run it anywhere except when there's...
Eccles runs a stock controller sometimes. We found a topic, at least. Yes, we did. Dirt Oval RC Racing. And you and Kyle are going at it. This is great.
My thing, Midget is a sprint car. It is a sprint car.
Why a stock controller when the original was not a Traxxas radio? Wait, what is he talking about?
That. And you cannot take your mod sprint and run it anywhere because...
This one, the stock TQ controller?
Yeah, right there, stock.
Handy. Able to just pull that out, huh? You like that? Like that? I got props. I'm a prop comic now. Watch me juggle this thing.
The mod sprint, and we've proven it, you can't run the mod sprint at RJ's.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't think they're illegal.
But you could run it if you wanted to.
Not with the 17.5 sprint class.
No, not with the 17.5s.
So he's saying that you can run the mod sprint anywhere. No, you can't.
No, they get real touchy about that.
Yeah.
Remember the time we had Scott Shoemaker up there running a 17.5 sprint against the Savages?
Yeah,
They let that go for about 2 weeks, and then he just kept winning all the time. So
look at your old school radio. It was probably a Futaba.
I don't have one here, but yeah, I do have a lot of Magnum Juniors. I even got some stick Futabas.
How a midget is a sprint car? It's a form of sprint car.
Oh, that's what we'll do.
It's like saying a wingless sprint isn't a sprint car. It's a sprint car.
Everybody got a race with sticks.
We fly in an airplane?
No, you can drive cars with these too.
Sure.
Forward, go. Turn left, right. Back off.
Futaba Magnum Junior FTW.
I love those things. Still got about 30 of them.
Would you stop showing your ass in the camera?
It loves it.
I don't think it does.
Didn't crack, did it?
Maybe. I didn't look.
Yeah. So, please tell me how a midget is a sprint car.
It's a different form of sprint car.
Wait, what? Billy's asking, tell me how a midget is a sprint car.
It, technically speaking, I guess it's not a sprint car.
Why not?
Just because of the way it's based.
How's it based?
It's shorter, narrower.
But it has a sprint car frame. It's basically on the same frame as a Custom Works or GFRP. Just shortened. Narrower wheelbase. Motor in the rear. Same roll cage.
Sprint car is a sprint car. Midget is a midget. God, you're a modified guy, and it shows here. I need Eric on this. Call him up.
Open wheelbase chassis. There
you go.
There you go.
Chad Bill.
So that makes it a sprint car. It's a mini sprint car.
See,
can I call it a mini sprint car?
Way, Billy's going as a real midget in a real sprint car. I'm going on RC terms. I know a freaking midget is not a sprint car, Billy. It's more of a micro, but.
Oh, did you just call it a micro sprint?
Yeah, 600 micro sprint. Yeah.
Oh man, I think you're gonna get in trouble with that one, aren't you?
Probably. It's just a motor swap. How many 12Ts did y'all carry around? What's a motor to swap out to be legal? Well, because guys don't want to swap out their motors in their free. Let's go back to your comment. You can take a mod sprint and run it anywhere. So no, you can't. If I gotta take my motor out of my car to make it legal, that means I can't take it anywhere.
If I'm running mod buggy, and I'm set up for mod buggy, I can't run my mod buggy in 17.5 buggy because the 17.5 buggies have 17.5s, but my mod buggy has anything. So I got a 6-turn in there now. I can't run that with a 17.5. And like those mod sprint guys, I know Preston, the smallest he'll run is a 13.5.
Yeah.
So, and usually he's running a 10 and a half turn. So, I mean, yeah, that wouldn't fly. So, I mean, it's just a matter of resoldering in a motor, but it's still, you still got to change it.
Yeah, and you're not going to want to do that every week.
All right. And the reason why they're going for mod sprint is so that they can forego a lot of the other changes that those 17.5 guys have done.
They like to be called little cars, not midgets. It's still the same thing, just different scale. All right. Is open wheel cars better for you there,
Okay.
Mr. freaking USAC? It's going nowhere if I can help it, LOL. What's going nowhere?
This conversation. At least we got a heated topic.
Nowhere.
It's working where? Well, working well.
Boom, says Sean Good.
Boom.
Boom! I wonder if you actually did a thing right now, is there more Traxxas-based cars that run on a weekly basis or sprint car classes?
You mean, is there more sprint car classes or sprint cars in general? Like, are there more sprint car drivers out there than Traxxas-based drivers?
I'm going to say open wheel drivers, but yeah.
Are there more open wheel drivers?
To help Billy out, more open wheel drivers.
That's a good poll.
There were quite a few guys running boosted 17.5 in mod sprint classes.
Yeah, but you don't see guys from taking their mod sprint and running 17.5. So I mean, yeah, you can do that because when you look at the times, sometimes those 17.5s are just as fast as the mod sprints because the mod sprints have too much power.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's the same with the mod buggy. Sometimes they're no faster than the 17.5s. We just want more power.
See, Billy's midget is a Traxxas based one.
Yeah, they have that one.
Yeah.
Albert built one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's still a
Well,
sprint.
so was the one that TJ was running.
Yeah.
And TJ has said it hasn't been as competitive as the purpose-built midgets, such as the custom marks or the GFRP sprint midgets, open wheel midgets.
Let's see. So, Dirt, are you going to say the new midgets are stupid because they're Traxxas based?
Not all midgets are Traxxas based though.
But I'm saying the new midgets that Billy is running, and the Savage Sprint was so dumb, that's what he's saying, is the midget dumb now?
I think he's going to say that.
I think he's wrong.
Okay.
For Chad Billy, from seeing the numbers, it's close. Some weeks at the factory.
Yeah. I think with Savage Sprint going away, all those guys kind of migrated into the sprint car classes. So that's really built it up. But then again, the factory never got a lot of Savage Sprints. It was mainly the Hornings. The Hornings are going to run Savage Sprint today. So we got a class.
I purposely went to the Traxxas based one because everyone thinks it's going to be a bucket of shit because it's Traxxas based. I agree.
And also, Billy has to be difficult.
No, I think it's going to be a good car.
Not so much.
I don't want it.
And move him away from me.
So, this is what I'm going to say to
Okay.
all these purpose-built drivers out there. If it wasn't for your Traxxas cars, there would be no RC car track.
There just wouldn't be as many.
There wouldn't be any.
There'd still be some.
They would have never started.
Some of them would have.
What track out there started with sprint cars? With a $700 sprint car? If it wasn't for
people were RC racing before Traxxas came along, though.
But, okay.
And it still would have been going on. It just would have been more niche. Now it's a little more mainstream than what it would have been 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
So,
I mean, I know what
competition is a good
I
thing
was.
in the marketplace. As long as they fit the rules, who cares about the base of the car? Midget is great because every brand is being utilized. Not for a while. With 12, 30, 35 together, 364 and together, most of the time there was more sprints. So, yeah.
I think before the Mud Boss, there was probably more sprints.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
it was also more expensive to get into this. Like, I talked to, Weller at the time, like, before I knew about these whole Mud Boss things, and this was probably about 5 years ago to get, to start racing. And it was just like, well, you're going to have to spend about $1,000 to get started.
Beaver, I won.
Beaver won?
I don't know.
I think he won something.
Purpose-built cars have been around for 30 years. But, okay.
Oh, wait, you're getting thrown down. No, he's not saying that Traxxas started dirt oval.
No.
Because I just told him, like, it's been around. It just would probably be more niche. But Traxxas, the Mud Boss has made it a little more easier for new people to get into. What I'm saying is,
okay.
So without the new people getting into this,
if it wasn't for the Traxxas-based modifieds,
it would still be a lot of the older people running this, and it wouldn't be a lot of the newer people getting into it.
Would Fezzoland be around?
No, it wouldn't be around.
Would Ultimate be around?
I don't know if Ultimate would be around. I don't know if Howard ran things before Mud Boss came around.
What classes what are the biggest classes right now at Ultimate? Big Block?
Yeah.
And Savage was?
17.5.
It was Savage.
And the Mud Boss classes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay.
The Mud Boss base classes like Crate Late, 12T, 13.5, those are always popular. You got to admit that the Traxxas base classes are versatile. You can put them in just about anything.
The Slash base cars help to maintain, but they certainly aren't the life. What? I think they are.
Yes and no. I say yes and no.
Like Beaver. I won't be racing if it wasn't for Traxxas base because I don't have the money.
Yes, that's the thing. It brings in a lot of new people, which is what we need. And and this is why Preston gives us crap. No, you got to run these more advanced cars, these purpose-built cars. Because there is a progression. Like at some point, you're going to want to move up and get out of the track space class and try something more challenging, right?
No.
Well, you might. You might.
No.
You might. But I think the thing is, like I said before, you can always bring a 12 turn to the track and expect to be able to run it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nice thing about it. And you can expect that there's probably going to be a good turnout, so you're going to have a competitive field. But, at some point, like I told you, the end of the season, we should probably maybe look into a sprint car. See how it goes this year.
And then run it nowhere.
We'll find a place to run it. There's always a place to run it. You just got to build it to the rules. So if the only track you have to run it is Ultimate, and it's a 13.5 sprint, you're going to build a 13.5 sprint, aren't you?
Well, it sounds like people don't like the 360 sprints.
It'll be different by the time we get one.
Why?
Because things always change.
So, was it going to go back to the track-based stuff being the better stuff then? Is that going to change still?
Let's not argue about that. I'm not getting into that.
Oh, you don't want to get into that?
I'm not getting into that one. No, I'm not getting into that.
John Bass said sprints, late models ran an Ultimate on the old track out back. What was our car count back then? I don't run stage myself, but they definitely go coast to coast. He does a great deal of shipping. Sean Good is so far behind.
Yeah, he is. Chad Billett's having a good time.
Local scene, yeah. It's easy to get into racing with a fudge boss, but if you look at the bigger events like the RC,
right.
Chili Bowl, and Motorama, it was...
Just how many people are running purpose-built cars versus the lower-end tracks of stuff. You see, like, there is a large market out there.
Oh, I agree.
We're just not seeing it all the time here.
What I'm saying is,
like when we look at RJ's this weekend and the amount of sprint cars they had, there are a lot of freaking sprint cars there. When we looked at the factory the other week, there were a lot of 410 sprints, weren't there?
Yes.
There were a shit ton of 410 sprints.
But you gotta remember, but also
I've never seen that many 410 sprints. So there's a lot of guys out there who have them and want to run them.
But yes, but on a weekly basis.
I mean, here's the thing.
Take your 12th third at RJ's.
Right.
Your 12th third, your BL2, your big block, your intermediate,
Yes.
and your novice.
But here's
Take those 5 classes away.
Right. You
What's
lose a lot of
RJ's?
people. You lose a lot of people. But here's the thing, though. I think what we see is a lot of those advanced classes, these guys have been doing it for years, if not decades.
Mm-hmm.
They don't come out every week.
Nope.
And they're willing to travel. It doesn't bother them if, like, I'm only going to race once a month and I got to travel 2 hours to do it. That's not a big deal. To them, it's like, yeah, it's fine.
Right
While
there.
the newer guys, they want to go out. They want to race like us. We want to race every week. We want to have plenty of tracks to go to. I want to have a track. It'd be a perfect world if I had a track to go to every night of the week.
No.
If I could. You didn't have to. You don't have to, but if you could.
You could do that
Like
now.
Saturday, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to RJ's. I don't have any place to run on Saturday. Factory's not running. So there was no place to run. And Sunday, it's like, well, no place is running then. I don't have any place to run. Now I'm looking at it again for this weekend. It's
Look
like,
at
well,
look
I
at
might
Billy
not have any
being
place to
the
run.
Billy the voice of reason. There's room for all because there's different driving abilities.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that we said too with reasons why we have novice classes, why guys want to have separate classes, because really in the end everybody just wants to have fun. We're not going out weekly to race a freaking national event.
Look, and John, from a track owner perspective, tracks as classes pay the bills, but purpose built is the glory. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying you need the tracks as classes, and people shit on tracks as built classes. All these higher ups are like, oh, well, you guys run a Traxxas car. If it wasn't for
The
Traxxas...
problem is guys like, I agree that Mud Boss is an excellent start. Problem is guys like Peak actually push more guys out than you sometimes realize. Salvis even said stock should be the newer guys and 13.5 should be the expert. I can't disagree with that. I mean, Sean nailed it. Where did Sean nail?
It's a rite of passage to get purpose built, in my opinion. You gotta spend that coin on Traxxas portion, learn the respect the experience, the car, and drive.
I agree with that. It's like when you see the guys running purpose built, they didn't just start 2 weeks ago.
No.
They started years ago. They've worked their way up to that.
Mm-hmm.
You throw a new guy in there that, would have a hard time running novice and Mud Boss, you throw him in a purpose built sprint car and say, here, figure this out, put it together, figure it out, and go race it. How's that going to end up?
If you were spending $700,
they're going to give up. They're going to give up in a month.
If you bought a $700 sprint car and couldn't figure out how to get around the corner, and you were dead last every week, would you still be doing it?
No. But I mean, we have that same problem in Mud Boss. That's why it's like, yeah, I don't have a problem with them having novice classes. Why do we make a big deal out of it?
I don't know.
I mean, if Jimmy John JoJo comes out,
he's pretty good. He probably should move up.
No, he isn't.
Dude, he's pretty good, man.
He took down the wall coming out of 2 about 15 times now. We're getting sick and tired of replacing it.
Well, that's his line.
That is his line. He hasn't learned the right line yet. So, if he can't go out there and be competitive and, actually by the end of the season get a podium or a win, is he going to keep at it? Nah. So you lost that guy.
Yeah.
There's so many guys that started and after a season, they're done. Once you change it up, they get into a habit of doing something else, they forget about racing.
Mm-hmm.
They get busy doing something else, and it becomes a non-priority. And they go, well, I wasn't really doing any good with it anyway, so let me just sell this crap. So, I mean, that's why we got to be accommodating of newer classes. And, what's the latest, greatest new Traxxas-based class of the week? So
if Traxxas gave more back, then they shouldn't get pooped on so much. They make up 66% of the market and give less than the purpose-built car companies. That's the issue.
Yeah,
For who?
As far as the community goes, I mean, Traxxas doesn't give a shit about you running a Mud Boss. They don't.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't, because even though you're going to say, well, all these oval guys, they got Traxxas Mud Boss. It's like Mark has said before. The amount of Mud Bosses, 12-turn slashes that they sell does not equal diddly squat to what else they sell that's not going to go on an oval track. So, to them,
But
if we lost the oval market, we still got plenty of kids buying a slash for their first car. We probably sell 100,000 of those every year to kids just getting their first RC car, and 10,000 cars to oval drivers.
Oh,
I don't know if those are numbers. I'm just making them up.
Yeah.
We're a small percentage of their overall business.
But that's not the people that drive Traxxas is cars' fault.
No, it's not. But he's saying is that Traxxas gets pooped on so much because guys that have been around the RC for so long has just seen Traxxas just, we don't care, and try to run people out of business. They've done some shady shit in the past.
But that's not the drivers of the Traxxas people's faults.
No, let's just piss people off about Traxxas. There's a lot of things that aren't your fault. But if you're associated with something, you drive a Ford. A lot of people say Fords are terrible. And they'll say you're a shithead because you drive a Ford.
That's just stupid.
Because you're stupid. Yes,
It's
that's
just
right.
stupid.
So hey, but they're fine. There's so many people that drive. They'll go, yeah, but all the effed up things that Ford has done over the years.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that I didn't spend $1,000 on an RC car.
Well, I don't think we're going to win any argument between the two of you. We started a novice sprint. Don't be afraid. Let's see. Let's go here. Don't be afraid to ask for help in purpose-built classes. No, you got to ask for that. I mean, that's why if we get one, we're going to probably get whatever Preston tells us to get. We started a novice sprint car class, open tire, 17.5 Blinky. We're getting 6 to 9 cars a night. Still have a full field of 360s too. That's the problem. Traxxas doesn't support the shows. No, they really don't. You'll see the smaller manufacturers, they come out and support the shows. Do you see Traxxas doing really any sponsorship tracks?
Why would they?
Why wouldn't they? You're a loyal buyer of Traxxas supplied materials, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you even though we're a small market for what they sell for Traxxas stuff, we're still a market. If we all went away, if nobody ran Traxxas stuff, they'd be saying, "Oh, that's not a big deal." But within a year, I bet they'd be saying it's a big deal. They're like, "Hey, our bottom line's $5 million lower than it was last year. Why is that?" Well, nobody's running our stuff on oval. Well, maybe we should fix that. So maybe they might. So, I mean, Sportsman is our biggest class, 3 mains nearly every weekend. Not the problem, but definitely noticed, unless it's MSM. Mark Santa Maria. But Mark Santa Maria doesn't really race. Does he? He goes out there, he pretends to. He just kind of bullshits on the YouTubes. I mean, we bullshit on the YouTubes, but at least we got racing all the time. So, 12T Stadium Trucks is worldwide. 12T Mud Boss is a tiny little demographic. If you support them, it won't ever change. It's not like voting, then complaining about the government. The trophy sponsors have been historically Custom Marks and GFRP at these big shows. Of manufacturers, sports your niche hobby, return the favor and buy the product. But to be fair, John, both of those manufacturers are niche. They have to support it because nobody's going to buy a sprint. No kid's going to say, "Dad, buy me a sprint car because I want to jump it over on the skate park."
Was it Motorama Mud Boss by Peak Boss? Wasn't that sponsored by Peak Boss?
That's Dave Peak.
I know, but so he builds the Traxxas cars and sells them.
But that's not Traxxas.
But it's still him building it. So what's the difference?
It's him building it. It's not Traxxas. It's not Traxxas saying.
And some guy started Custom Works.
Well, Custom Works, I mean,
it's Boogie Bays, isn't it?
What I just said. Custom Works and GFRP, they have to support the small shows because they're a small niche manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
My purpose-built cars were left in my Mud Boss by Moran, by the way. Chilling. And
I'm sure for buying a Mud Boss Moran car.
With the midgets, you can't run the Traxxas gear diff because it's deemed it's illegal. And no, it's most of the big guys think it's jumping. It's a bunch of shit. Then why is it illegal? All you have to do is put in a ball diff. Is that so hard? The last legal I saw didn't have the trans issue. Peak took the money out of his pocket. Yes, Peak did pay for that. It wasn't Traxxas. Peak put out the money for Motorama.
What is a Custom Works car?
And I've asked Preston this. Like a lot of those pieces now, they're custom works. They're custom built. Like the differentials, I don't think on GFRP is that what Preston's told me. They're not Losi or Team Associated based. Now some of them are still Losi or Team Associated based, where they'll take like a Losi differential and maybe some suspension.
So Losi should be sponsoring the race because it's a Losi car.
Could be, but you know what? You know what Losi will say to that, because also Losi's owned by Horizon. They'll say, yeah, Oval's not that big. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Oval is small compared to like off-road or on-road. So, but I mean, you know, this is like a precursor to what GFRP stuff became. It's all based off of Team Associated RC10. That's where all this suspension and differential came from. But someone made a chassis look like a sprint car and a roll cage. And then you bolted your Team Associated shit to that, and you made a sprint car.
Oh, so Team Associated should be sponsoring this class.
Well, they never did. You know why?
Because they're a small niche company. They didn't care about you.
No, because Oval was such a niche. They didn't care about Oval because they cared about off-road and on-road.
Custom Works is owned by Tony Stewart, mostly just selling kits now. I believe they used to have conversion kits for other chassis.
I think some are, because Preston's tried to tell me a few of them are Losi based.
Oh, so Losi be sponsoring all these big races?
No.
Why?
Why did I just tell you? Because Oval's niche, they don't care about it.
Okay, but if they're complaining about Traxxas not paying all this stuff, why aren't they complaining about Losi?
Well, Losi does give back to the community. At least they go out there and sponsor off-road races.
But not Oval. They don't care about the Oval guy.
They really don't. They never have.
So what's the difference?
Oval's always been small in the world of RC racing.
But Losi good, Traxxas bad.
I can't argue. I can't say whether that's good or bad, but at least Losi does go out there and sponsor some stuff for off-road. But you got to admit, if someone took something that you built and decided, I'm going to take parts off of that and put this on this chassis that I built to make it look like sprint car, would you really be too hyped about going out there and sponsoring it when it's really not your car? No, because it's not your car.
Yeah.
It's let's say Custom Works with Losi based materials, and some of those cars, they don't care if they use Losi or Associated. So why would Losi care? Why
would Traxxas care? That's what you're doing with their truck.
They don't care.
Exactly.
They don't. That's
Well,
the problem, is they don't care at all.
But what I was saying is,
I mean, I get what you're saying. Lucy became TLR and sponsors their niche off-road. Yes. Oval takes repetition, off-road is finesse. Oval takes finesse too. It's not just repetition. Would you agree?
yeah.
Okay. I mean, they're both different forms of racing, but they both have areas where you got to be specialized in.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you can do both. You can't just say, well, only oval racers can race oval, and only off-road racers can race off-road. Then the two never can mix because it just isn't going to work. An off-road racer can't drive oval, and an oval racer can't drive off-road. I mean, we're both using the same skills. You're racing.
Oval is the redheaded stepchild of RC stuff.
It really is.
It is.
It always has been.
But
None of the big sanctioning bodies ever cared about oval. It became kind of a big thing in like the late 80s, early 90s, but then it just went back to its, our backwoods roots where we just, we race in someone's backyard or behind a hobby shop. Everybody kind of looks down on it.
they
Because
both
we're
have
only
their own
turning
way of
left.
finesse, says Rowdy.
Yeah. And Brian Harding, in my opinion, the purpose-built cars are way too expensive for most guys to get into. I mean, they're expensive. But I guess what I'm saying, all those off-road naysayers who's saying that driving in circles is boring. I mean, to them, yeah. I mean, they off-road and on-road, you race differently than you do with oval. Oval, I
think we
mean,
froze. Oh no, you were just reading.
no. Oval, I mean, we like to say that we're just racing the track, but we're racing each other.
Oh yeah.
That's really what it is. Off-road, you spend more time, and on-road, you spend more time really racing the track than someone else. I mean, when you finally do catch up to somebody and you have a race going, you're going to race, but you spend most of that time really racing the track. So, hey, we got a special guest.
Give me a letter.
It's just the most comments ever, probably.
Yeah, it is. We got a flying tonight, so we just need to stir shit up. You're doing it.
You just gotta
you
get
keep
me.
arguing with Dirt Oval RC Racing. So,
I'm not arguing with anybody.
yes, you are.
I just opinion my comments.
Yeah, we'll always be the stepchild of RC. I agree with that. I mean, no matter what, it just on-road guys would just be like, and if Matt Bruns was on, he would gladly get. I've heard him get into arguments with on-road guys saying, "Well, I could do that. It's a big deal. I could do that.
I could
You just turn it left." So.
It boils down to what you like for a platform.
Yeah.
Oval will always be stepchild of RC. Yes. My biggest thing is guys should not go out there and look down on the guys that run their Traxxas cars.
I don't think so either. They're still there. They're racing.
Just because
And
I'm
just
having.
be glad they're out there at the track having fun.
Yeah.
That's really it. Don't get aggravated that Listen, I mean, how many times you been out there in Marshall? Well, you don't marshal anymore because you're always announcing. You get out there in Marshall and you go, God damn it! I got to go back there and work on the car. I got to stand out here for the next 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And worst off, I picked the corner where I know nobody's going to wreck, so I'm just literally standing here. But at the same time, it's like you got to be respectful of it because those guys did it for you. Like no matter what, it's give and take. We all got to respect each other on the track and the fact that we want to go out there and race, right?
This discussion
Don't sit there and
This discussion is good. It needs to be had. Good show, guys. Not hurt.
Yeah.
No hurt feelings.
Yeah.
You didn't hurt my feelings.
And no matter what, we got to be respectful of each other and support each other at the track, whether you're racing Traxxas, whether you're racing Novice, whether you're racing a 410 mod sprint car.
Unless you're Billy.
Yeah. Like we'll always say, screw Billy.
Or Scott Davies.
Well, we don't really say screw
F you, Davies.
Yeah. But we love them both.
Do we?
And we say that with love and affection.
The only reason I talked to Bill is because of Mickey.
Mick?
Yeah,
Ah, I like Mick. Mick's a good guy.
poor Billy.
I like Billy too.
Billy,
Billy says some of the most ridiculous stuff at the track. He can only ever be topped by John Beer. When John Beer starts telling stories.
when
you
no
should be
tracks
there.
classes won't have time to make changes.
Yeah. No. That's why we're here.
It's no different than big car stuff, Kyle. The headline class will always bitch at times about the straight stocks or bombers or whatever you want to call them. At the end of the day, we all paid. Yep.
Every track is at least once or more than one. There could be multiple. I don't look down on them. I just don't like it when the guy acts like it's the best class ever. It definitely has its place. I mean, if that's the only class that guy runs and will ever run, it is the best class ever because he might not be able to afford to run something else.
Dave Bortels! Whoa!
Billy needs a hug.
It comes down to...
Kyle will give him a hug tomorrow night. Guaranteed. Too much to what class, what car, and a lack of the fact that we...
Go take your dog out, Dave. Yeah, because we all know what the best class is.
The one that I win?
No.
Oh.
The Team Associated SR10 class. The greatest
that
class.
Nobody runs?
This is the greatest class ever made. When you put 15 and 25 cars on a track.
Oh, we did that once.
And it's awesome.
And I won. So it is the best class.
Yeah,
we both agree. We both agree on something.
The only reason you won, because I was smart to take the body off quick enough.
Oh yeah, that's whatever.
My SR10 never ran so good in dirt until I took the freaking body off, and that thing was flying around the track.
Always shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? I got a lot of shoulda, woulda, coulda stories.
It's all about the F word. Fun.
With that, we've been arguing for...
This wasn't... Wait, hold on. There's 23 people in here and 5 likes. This is bull.
Now that's something we should get pissed off about.
I agree.
All you got to do is take your little finger, push it on that little thumb, and make it go up.
The one that goes up, not the down one.
Yeah, don't do that one. Don't do that one. That screws everything up.
That's a bad one.
But you just got to click it just, one time. Just one time. If you do it twice, it goes away. So we don't want that. So just go on there and give it a like. Not hearts. We love hearts. But we want likes. Likes. Hearts don't equal likes. So
where are you racing at this weekend?
God, I don't know. I mean, we're racing at Pheasantland. It's only last week for Pheasantland.
Last points, yeah.
Yeah. Joe's told me Friday night. He's like, "Well, you should come out and race more." I'm like, "I do when I can win. I don't want to race for points. I just want to come out and win. That's it." So we'll see how the cars run. As long as it still wants to keep winning, I'll run
Some
it this
folks
week.
want to be local heroes and others want to be nationally.
But it's so hard to compete nationally. It's like, when you watch those guys, like you go out there and see Cameron Fleur. It's a whole nother level of good.
Mm-hmm.
You go out there and you have a good race. You think, man, I had a good day. And then you see that. You're like, well, I ain't having that good a day. And I was in a group chat with Dave and Davies and them, and they were watching nationals out in Ohio road racing. Like, these guys are 99% consistency on a road course. 99%. How do you... I hit 98. Can you imagine hitting a 99? That's a whole different level of consistency.
Weeble-wop needs wings.
Yeah.
Everything's better with wings. All right, well, I'll be at Pheasantland Tuesday and Friday, and that's
so
my
we'll
week.
See. I don't know. I don't know besides Pheasantland where
I'll be at Bridgeport.
There should be something this weekend. So anybody, the Park Lane's going to run.
So when you boys get a purpose-built car, after Underdog Series, maybe.
That's what I think.
Wait.
After Underdog Series.
Wait. So if you buy a Peak Boss or Moran Boss, wouldn't that technically be purposely based?
No.
Why? It was purposely built by them making mud balls out of it.
If I sell my car, does that mean that you bought a purpose-based car because I already set it up for you? Oh, I want a good car to run next year for a Pheasantland Indoor. Here, I'll sell you mine.
And you you
I call it Aaron
built
Boss.
You purposely built it for the indoor.
Yeah. Well.
Purpose
does
built.
not count. Do not twist words around.
Why?
And
it's purpose built.
You're twisting things
What was the
around.
purpose of building that? Making it modified.
What was the purpose of inviting you on the show tonight to argue with me?
Wings are for birds and not and airplanes, not race cars. I agree. Mike Woods, man, you missed the show, my dude.
Yeah, you did. Sorry, Mike. Mike would have added some discussion to this.
That would be purposely messed up.
Oh.
You know what's funny? All I know is I can still get a reaction out of our audience.
Good for you.
You're welcome. If Brandon was here, he'd be scared in the corner right now.
Did they leave any likes?
I don't think so. 8. These guys. We are not leaving until we get to 10. And we're not talking either.
Don't make me talk like this.
I said we're not talking, Brendan.
Don't make me talk. No talk. No crush, no crush.
I got a car for you, Mike. I'll sell you that one. I have to watch it on Memorex. Dun, 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 dun. Did you refresh? 9. Just one more like and we can go away. We could be out of your life. You can't like it ourselves because then it looks it comes up fishy. YouTube doesn't like that. Now that's funny. YouTube not talking. Yeah, even John Bad's going 8 out of 22. What the heck, guys? Oh, we got 10.
All right.
10. 10.
All right, we want to thank our sponsors.
Papa Willie's Traction Tonic.
Rip Motorsports.
J-Body.
KHD.
In the back of that car. And Race Ready Products.
There you go.
Did I get them all?
I think so.
How many did we get?
I don't know. Papa Willie's, Race Ready, KHD, Rip.
J-Body.
That's it. Make it 20 likes. Let's go.
It went down. It went down. We got to stay. They're forcing us to stay on here.
I got to poop.
Well, you can't do that here.
That's why I got to leave.
Yeah, you got to do that at home.
I want to do it at home, but I'm trying to leave.
I don't know if I want to deal with your poop.
You don't. This is going to stink.
Let's see.
If you people don't get to 10, no show next week.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, big deal.
Big deal. It's 11. We're at 11, you idiot.
No, I went down on my end. I went 10 and went 11.
Well, now we're at 11. All right, people.
Hold on, let's see here.
No, I got to poop.
Oh, wait. Brandon Growler just created a poll, and there's a poll. So let's see here. All right, so let's GFRP. Let's see. Let's view the insights.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so
Tight cheeks, pal.
27%, 15 votes for GFRP. Custom Mark Sprint Car.
Wait, God, did you say
Hey, Brandon's being useful.
Did you say you're
12% of votes for Savage Sprint. Midget, 14% at 8 votes.
You can hold it. I've been.
Traxxas Mudblock, 25% at 14 votes. So wait, are you telling me right now, custom sprint cars, they're in the lead. Crate Late, 2 votes, 3%. Other Traxxas Base, 9%, 5 votes. GFRP Custom Works Late Model, 5%, 3 votes. So right now, you're all telling us that you only run sprint cars. So you just pissed off 27% of our audience. Way to go, Kyle.
Oh, well. All right, people, bye.
All right, I guess we got to go.
Yeah, I got a 10-minute drive home to hold this in.
Well, let me just make sure.
Oh, my God, hit the end button, you cheat.
Yeah, Skunk Boss was in tonight, Mike.
Oh, my God. I read all this.
It's starting to turtle.
I read all this.
I'm not delaying anything, am I?
I'm not gonna feed the fish.
What fish? Those fish, the Swedish fish, they're to feed us.